Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of What Did I Make Wednesday. My name is Wendy, and I am the maker behind all things Sewing in Salt Air by East Beach. And today I have a handful of patterns to show you, and I am going to get started. I have my notes here because I wanted to remember what the yarns were, what hook size I used, and all of those things. So the first one I want to show you, I had the bright idea. My son had an appointment with his neurologist today, and I wanted to make a few emotional support animals to take with us to pass out to the kids that were there. So I made 5 of these, and that turned out perfectly because when we got there were actually 5 children in the waiting room. So it turned out perfectly, because if there were any more than that, I wouldn't have passed can't English today, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have passed them out because I wouldn't have wanted anyone to feel left out. So it just so happened there were 5 kids in the waiting room. So that's what we went ahead and passed out. So the first pattern I have to show you today is from Tang Crochets, and she is on Instagram, Twitch, Etsy, and Ko-Fi, and you can follow her at any one of those, but I will link her Instagram below so you can go ahead and follow her there. And on this one I used Bernat blanket yarn. Bernat blanket yarn is my favorite to use for plushies because it's so soft. I used on all of the plushies that I'm going to show you today just the black safety eyes, because I didn't have any of the glitter eyes or anything of that nature to use for those, but black safety eyes are just as cute in my opinion. And Bernat blanket yarn is my absolute favorite to use. This is the color Pink Dust. I used a 6.5mm hook. I always like to go a size or 2 smaller on the hook size because I like to stuff the heck out of my softies or my plushies. So that's what I used, and she turned out absolutely adorable. And like I said, we handed out 5 of these today. This one is my son's. He named him Ham, like the piggy in Toy Story, and it's absolutely adorable. So go follow Tang Crochets, and this one was a free pattern that she has posted on her Instagram as well. So super cute. I love her, or him I should say. Ham is a boy in the show. And also in Pink Dust crochet yarn is the next pattern that I did, and I made 2 of these because we were supposed to go visit my husband's college today and go to his financial aid office. So I thought, if I'm handing out emotional support to piggies at the neurology office, wouldn't it be funny if I made something to drop off at the college for the college students? Because when they're doing finals and stuff like that, wouldn't it be cute if they had like a little emotional support critter of their own? But I only had time to make 2 of them because my hand was hurting. So I made these worry worms, and I ran out of one size safety eyes. So as you can see, the safety eyes on one is a little smaller than the other, and this is called the worry worm. And aren't they absolutely adorable? And the thing I love about these are from Die Hard Designs, and she is also on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, and I'll link her below in the description box. I've made a ton of these, and you can turn them into keychains and use them on a backpack, like a child's backpack, or you can just use them as a keychain. And their fun to gift is you can actually take, and she shows you how to do this in the pattern, and it's also a free pattern, is you can take and you can half it and you can make it into like a gummy worm instead. So you can use it as a worry worm, or you can turn it into a gummy worm if you use 2 different colors. And I wish I had some to show you, but this is What Did I Make Wednesday from last Tuesday to Tuesday. So these are what I made, so the gummy worms wouldn't fall into that category of what did I make from last week to this week. So these 2 little guys, and they're so cute. And I still have them because we didn't end up visiting his college today, so they're still here. But that just gives me time to make more, so that when we do go visit his school, that I have more to drop off. And they're cute, and they'd be cute to snuggle if they have like a final exam coming up or something like that they can just hold and play with. And the last thing I have to show you is a bit bigger, and it's got a fuzzy on it or something. I think my dog got close. She's a Siberian Husky, so you know they shed like crazy. And I always say it's Husky shedding season, and it seems to always be Husky shedding season all year long. So the last one is from Jade, and it is not a free pattern, so this is a paid pattern, and Jade is on Instagram, and this is the sea anemone. Sometimes that gets to be a tongue twister, so I have to watch how I say that. And this one, the base, I made also in Bernat blanket yarn, and this is lapis blue, and the variegated yarn is North Sea, and I love how it turned out. It's absolutely adorable, and it has the little fishy Nemo peeking out of the top here. He's adorable. He is actually made in, I would have liked to have made him, little snippet here, I would have liked to have made him in Bernat blanket, because like I said, Bernat blanket yarn is my absolute favorite to make plushies in. I did make him in Premier Parfait only because I did not have any orange blanket yarn, because we didn't have any at my Michael's. But the thing I find with Premier Parfait, why I'm not a big fan of making my plushies out of it, because I don't know if I'm just an overstuffer, but it doesn't seem like I overstuffed this guy. It really doesn't. But I find that even if I go a hook or two size, or even 3 hook sizes smaller than what the actual skein of yarn says to use on it, I still find that it looks holy. And I don't have loose tension when I crochet. I really don't. So I don't know if this just is a Premier Parfait chunky thing, but I don't like how holy it looks. That's why I prefer, when I do a plushie, to use Bernat blanket yarn. But he still turned out cute. This is my son's. I'm not selling this one, but he's still turned out adorable, and he is made with Premier Parfait chunky in tangerine and white. But he's adorable. And I'm going to put him back in his little hideaway, because we don't want him to get eaten by any other fish or the shark that I made in last week's What Did I Make Wednesday. So he's going to go back there, and he's going to just hide out and chill. So that is it, and that is all that I have to show for What Did I Make Wednesday. And I will try to link everything and everyone in the description down below. I hope you liked what I made, but I am going to tell you that next week will probably be sew heavy rather than crochet heavy, because I have to make something for someone special for this weekend. So say bye, Nemo. Bye, everybody. If you like what I showed you and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so that you can see more of what I'm making. And I hope to see you back on next week's What Did I Make Wednesday. These worry worms are super cute. Bye, guys.